So why are so many people in fear of the stock market today? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and with a quick little update, I'm going to keep this video super short and sweet, and I hope that this video gets you one step closer to your overall goal, and if it does, I hope that you can consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing to the YouTube channel. One of the main things that we are anticipating is if we're going to sell off just the way that we did 2 weeks ago. Jerome Powell is speaking on behalf of the Feds, and the main focus is he going to do anything about rising interest rates as well as anything to help the overall market? And it is not just about what is going to be said, but what is not being said that can also affect the market. Due to this happening 2 weeks ago, and if you guys look at /NQ and how aggressive the market sold off, everyone was freaking out. This was based off of what was not done on behalf of the Feds, right? They said that we had nothing to worry about, that they were okay with interest rates increasing because they were focused on the big picture. Now, you can say whatever it is that you want, but as of right now, no one knows what is going to be said at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when the meeting and the conference begins, and this is when we're going to see the market begin to react on what is being said and what is not being said. So all I want to share with you is the time that this is happening, what happened 2 weeks ago, and why it happened. With that being said, I did my part today, and you guys can look at /NQ. We saw a nice recovery about 30 minutes after the market opened. And on my Tesla position, what did I begin to do? Well, from overall lows of $650 a share, right, during the pre-market session, to overall highs of nearly $685, Tesla gapped up 5%. I saw this as an opportunity. And what I'm just taking into consideration is I'm not hoping that the market continues to increase, because more likely than not, the market will pull on back, and the same thing that happened 2 weeks ago will happen again today, and nothing will be done nor said that will act as a positive catalyst for the overall market. So why would I try to convince myself that this time around he's going to do something different, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because 2 weeks ago, when Tesla sold off and the overall market, not just Tesla, I'm talking about Tesla because that's the one that I'm personally invested in, but just 2 weeks ago, everyone was freaking out. They were in my direct messages, in the comments. They were freaking out because they were so heavily invested. The market pulled on back. They had no more buying power, and they just had to hope that the market recovers. Now, again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. Now you can take what happened 2 weeks ago and prepare for the worst. I'm not here to predict the future. No one can. No one can predict the future, but we can prepare for it. And I'm sorry that I sound like a broken record. I just don't want people coming and whining about when the market, and if the market does pull on back, they're like, what should I do? I'm in a very unfortunate situation. This is the position that you are going to be putting yourself in. So do something today that your future self could thank you for. If the market, if you reduce your position size today, and if the market does recover or there is a positive catalyst, you can always get back in. That's the easy part, right? But it's doing what's difficult, and that's managing your risk, balancing out your position size, and making sure that, it makes sense on why you're still invested in your position, but that you're not so heavily invested that if you can't tolerate a pullback, then what are you doing holding such a heavy position? It's that simple. If you can tolerate the pullback because you're going in long and you don't care what happens within the next couple of days or the next couple of months, then all power to you. That makes sense. But I'm not necessarily talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are just getting started, that don't understand when to buy, when to sell, or how to balance out their position size based off of current market conditions. And that's what I want to avoid. Do something today that your future self will thank you for, so you don't feel like you felt 2 weeks ago when the market pulled on back. The only people freaking out 2 weeks ago are the people that didn't know what was going on, and or the people that had no more money to buy out those lower levels. Don't be those people. That's simple. So I wanted to update you guys on what's about to happen today. We don't know how the market's going to react. You can comment down below, but at the end of the day, something can be said and the market can react a completely different way, and we know that for a fact, right? So I'm excited to follow up with it. I'm balancing out my Tesla position just to make sure that if it does pull on back, I have enough buying power, and more buying power than I had last time, to buy at those lower levels. That's my plan. to not predict the future, but to simply prepare for it. So I hope that we can stay connected. Don't forget to join our free Facebook group. That's that first link in the description. We have over 309,000 members. And if you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, that's that second link in the description. Don't forget to drop a like if you learned something new and or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.